Good morning. Oh man, I've got fuzzy computer, fuzzy camera here. Look at that. Our Valentine's Day art project today has been inspired actually by Safira. She was showing me an art project that she did the other day, and I thought, what a great idea. Let's do something similar to that today. So I'm going to start with a black marker. And what I'm going to do is in the middle of my page, I'm going to draw a big heart. There we go, kind of like that. If you want to use pencil first, draw your heart and then trace over it with a marker afterwards, go for it. I just thought I'd jump right in and get to a marker. So now I've got my heart. Now what I'm going to do, this is the fun part, I'm going to start with my marker in one corner of my page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a squiggly line all over my page. I'll go through the heart, around the heart, up, down, all around, make a giant squiggly line, and I'm going to end it in this opposite corner over here. So here we go. There's my big squiggly line. Can you still see my heart in there? Now I've kind of broken everything into pieces. Now I'm going to start at this corner and I'm going to draw a squiggly line up to this corner. Like that. All right, can you still see my heart in the middle here? Can still kind of see it? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this. So that's as simple as it is. My designing is done. Now I'm going to color it. And so I have my markers here. So I think I'm going to use markers. If you don't want to use markers, you don't have to. But in my heart, I'm going to color this inside with warm colors. So my warm colors are reds, oranges, yellows, maybe some pinks in there too, some bright pinks. So I'm going to find in my marker bin some of those colors, bring those out. Let's see, that could be a warm color. Another orange. Let's see. Oh, there's another yellow. It's a little bit of a different shade. Ooh, I like that color. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can find some more pinks. Did I grab one of those? Okay. Ooh, there's a nice pink. There's a nice bright pink. Okay, look at all my warm colors that I have going on here. And let's see, I don't want to do purple. Purple is a cool color, so I'm going to stay away from the purples. Let's see. I think we're probably maxing out. We're probably finding all that we can. Okay, so I'm going to get started on my coloring. So these warm colors are going to be for the inside of my heart, because hearts are usually nice warm colors. Maybe you could even change this up. You could do all pinks on the inside if you have lots of different shades of pink, and all purples on the outside or something like that. You can definitely make it unique and your own. So now basically I just have a coloring page and I'm going to color in all of these different spots. But as you're coloring, you don't want to have the same color, the same shade right next to each other. So I've done this spot red. I'm not going to do this spot red. Maybe I will find, I'm going to grab this pink one here. You know what, that's a pink one's a thin tip. I'll save that one for after. I'll grab this yellow. And I'll fill this big spot in. Now what's cool is that whatever you do for your crazy lines, if you do more lines, you're going to have smaller spots. Fewer lines, you'll have some bigger spots. Totally up to you. Your heart is going to look unique, just like you are. All right, coloring this in. So now I'm going to be careful because I don't want this spot or this spot or this spot. There's a tiny little spot up there. I don't want those ones to be yellow. Throw some orange up here maybe. And then maybe I'll also do orange down here. They're not close to each other if I put it down here. Coloring, coloring, coloring. All right. So I'm going to keep coloring this. I'll pause the recording because you don't need to just watch me color. And you can continue to color your heart, all of the warm colors that you have collected. Remember, the most important thing, the thing I want you to really be careful about, don't put those same colors or same shades right next to each other. You want to keep it different. There we go. All right, so I will see you when I'm done coloring my heart. All right, so my warm heart has been finished. Now I'm going to use some cool colors for the outside. So I've got my markers back again, and my cool colors are greens and blues and purples. So I'm just gonna, I see lots off the top here, lots of different ones. And what I found is that the more different shades I have, it's kind of easier to do the coloring, because if they're all the same color or they're all the same shade, sometimes it's harder to get them to not be right beside each other. So if I have lots of different ones, then that makes that a little bit easier. So, oh my goodness, look at all of these blues, greens, purples. Okay, I need to set that down. My hand is getting so full. All right. What do you think? Is that enough? Got a few purples. Let's see. Maybe let's go blue. Is this the same purple as one of the ones? Yeah, it looks like it's the same. All right. I think that's probably all of them. My goodness, that's a lot. Okay. And now I can start to color around the outside, my cool colors. So I'll grab one and just get started. Now I have some bigger areas back here. That's kind of what makes it tricky. So maybe I'll even start with one of those bigger areas. Color that in. I like this plan. Okay, so let me start with my bigger areas, because then when I'm coloring the smaller areas next to it, I have lots of different colors that I can pick from, and I'll know which one I can't use. So, all right, so I'm just going to keep coloring my outside, all of these cool colors. And what it does when I have warm colors in my heart and cool colors outside is it creates something artists call contrast. So you can, when we're finished, and you'll be able to see that you can really see the heart. Even though there's a whole bunch of lines that go across it, you'll really be able to see where the heart is, that shape of the heart, and it will just stand out, kind of jump off the paper. You'll know exactly where it is, even though it's amongst a tangle of lines. So, got this. All right, so I'm going to color my 4 big sections, and then I'll come back and we'll color in the little ones. So I will see you soon. Okay, I've got my bigger spots filled out. So now I'm going to start to fill in these smaller spots around here. And it just makes it easier because now I know what this big part is, because think of all of these pieces that this big part touches. So now that I know what color this big piece is, I can avoid using that color nearby, right? That's a very similar color to the pink that I put in the middle of my heart. Oh well. Okay. I can just keep coloring in. Oh, I have a few teals. I'm going to need to be careful not to put those ones next to each other. All right, I'm going to keep coloring this. I'll see you when we're done. All right, so here is my finished product. So I've got all of the outside of the heart is cool colors and the inside is warm colors, and that's what it will look like. So I can't wait to see what yours turns out to look like.